I'm listening.
Genia thinks that you are Gabriel.
Oh.
Yes, but this is normal in her age.
Gabriel is Gabriel, my father. Genia became his nanny in 1937, before he was age 2. A few years later, Genia risked her life arranging hiding places for a half-dozen members of my family, including him. She hid my dad as her out-of-wedlock son. The trip marks my second visit to Poland in the 4 years since my dad's death. Genia looks the same as last time, but she's no longer leaving the apartment. She's 95. This time I brought along my wife and 13-month-old son, Noah. Fatherhood has been a challenge, the sleeplessness, the new roles that sometimes pull Rebecca and I apart. But all week, my son keeps everyone giggling with his mischievous laughter. What draws me back to this city, to this apartment? My father. My parents divorced when I was in college, and afterwards we grew further apart. He felt absent. We had misunderstandings, intensified by physical distance. Once, it took him 2 years to tell me he'd gotten remarried. Maybe he was scared to explain himself. In some ways, he never stopped hiding. If we'd been closer, I might have been able to tell him how I hide in my own life, how, still sometimes afraid of rejection, I hesitate revealing myself to others. One afternoon, Noah makes a game out of taking Genia's keys from her lap. She laughs and sings a nursery rhyme. Suddenly, there's a wrinkle in time, and I see her singing this very same rhyme to another baby all those years ago. None of us would be here if it weren't for her. And then it hits me. Genia never married, and she looks at me and sees a reflection of my dad, the only son she would end up having. Genia, the one my father never needed to hide from, the one who knew his story. She loves me.